We are live. Nico, thank you for reminding me. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Dave.
Sorry about my voice. Let's try it again. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Dave.
You sounded pretty good out there. Small but mighty crowd. We don't sing from our seats. We sing from our feet, so please stand up. And we will sing, well, I think it's a good song. Victor's going to lead this one. The God in me beholds the God in you.
The God in you. All is beautiful, all is well. All is beautiful, all is well. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful, all is well. All is beautiful, all is well.
Sing with us.
God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste.
All beautiful.
All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well.
Let's do it one more time. Let's hear you sing to us. Crowd, you sing. The God in me beholds the God in you. Go ahead, you sing. Go ahead. And you can sing out. Come on, sing on this day. You sing louder.
The God in me beholds the God in you.
We'll join you. All is beautiful. All is well. Yeah, all is beautiful. Donna's leading a new one. Donna, go ahead.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Oh, prepare me. Sing with us.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy,
tried and true.
Tried and true.
With thanksgiving, I'll be a living.
I'll be a living
Sanctuary. For you.
For you.
Do it again. Big and go.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
God in me
Beholds the God in you. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste.
all is beautiful.
All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well.
Give it up for Soul Shine.
I could sing.
Yes, you can.
I can sing.
I've always
I
told you
can
that.
sing. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Community of Central Oregon. We are a wild soul sanctuary. Ow! I see some confused faces in the audience. I think there's some new people here today. This is exciting to see on a beautiful, finally a really pretty clear day that's not boiling hot. I don't blame you for not being here, but I am excited for those of you who are here today on this beautiful day. Thank you for being here. My name's Kevin. I'll be your host. And we have an amazing speaker today, our own William Gregory. Meditation is going to be done by Nico, who's in the sound booth right now. And if you guys haven't heard him do his meditation, those are beautiful. And of course, Soulshine, our magnificent Soulshine, on the stage behind me here doing our music. And we have a lot of amazing volunteers that make this happen. And some of them you don't ever see what they're doing, like the cleaning team, which I really, really appreciate to come in and the place is actually clean. Well, it doesn't clean itself, right? The cleaning team does that. We have youth leaders. We have a kitchen crew. We have AV team every week up there running the show for us. So thank you. Aloha. Aloha, everyone. Thank you for being here. Let's get this party started, shall we? All right. There's a chair right there. I want to start with the chair. The chair is our memorial chair, and it's also our chair to put people who we can't have with us right now. They may be here still, but not present physically. We can imagine them there. It could be for people who have passed, people maybe who used to be here. My mom had recently passed. She used to sit right there. Now she sits right there in that chair. She's with us every week. And you can do the same with your loved ones that aren't here too. Let them join us in that chair. And also we have to, of course, acknowledge the land that we are on. The Warm Springs, the Paiute, the Wasco tribes, many others have been here before us, paving the way and allowing us to settle here in this beautiful place that every time I look out my window, I'm so grateful, and I hope all of you are too, for this place that we live in that's really a little slice of heaven, I think. You know, if you've lived anywhere else, you know how lucky we are to be here in Bend. And I hope you all wake up every morning with that same sense of, man, I'm a lucky person. Right? Yeah. Thank you. Everyone is welcome here in Unity. If you're the first time you're here, all are welcome. All shapes, sizes, colors, orientations, species. Sometimes we get different species in here, and we welcome everyone. And that's part of what makes Unity. Yeah. Are you? Any of you identify as a different species? That's okay.
Kind of like a baboon this morning.
We love you. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm also going to now start off our centeringness with Reverend Jim, who's going to do a prayer, an opening prayer for us. Or, why don't you come stand up here? And I'm going to read our mission statement while we're doing that. So if you guys want to join me before we... And together, create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. Yabba dabba do, and so it is.
All stand up. Thank you very much.
Yeah. How did you know they stood up?
Because I'm just that good. No, I heard them.
You heard the
rustling.
the rustling of clothing. Nice. He's a very sensitive guy, Eric. All right, Reverend Jim, why don't you lead us off with a prayer?
Okay. Hello. Can you turn it on up there? Oh, there you go. I'm turned on. Okay. So let's just take a moment to close our eyes, if you're willing, and just take a couple of deep breaths. And just know that today you're going to hear a wonderful talk from William about will. And will is that wonderful power that we have that accesses our higher self when we use it correctly. Our higher self being the spirit within, the understanding that when combined with will creates such good results. Just know that you have the ability to use your will based on spirit, based on higher self. And we can always measure whether our will is negative or positive by knowing how it feels when we think about the result of taking action on what we desire, what we focus on, what we will to accomplish. And as we outpicture that action, we know with understanding whether or not it creates good in our life, whether it creates potential for harmony or disharmony, whether we create a radiating field of love that goes out and touches everyone we come in contact with. That is our goal, that is our mission, that is who we are, and so it is.
Thank you, Jim. Let's take a minute and fill out those prayer claim sheets, those green pieces of paper in front of you. Fill those out. We'll go to our prayer team. We'll pray over that for the week, and we'll send our requests to you if you requested. And then we'll send them off to Silent Unity at the Unity Village, and that's a powerful thing. They'll pray over that for the month. It's amazing. So fill those out. I'll play for a little bit, then join us in the song. All right, let's sing the prayer song, if we will. Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am. I am. Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am.
Doesn't that song just give you chills every time they do that? Woo, I love that. And now is a great time for our celebrations, but
Wait,
let's
I got one
celebrate.
first.
No, let's celebrate first our neighbors. Sorry, Dave. You're jumping the
That can be
gun.
first. That can be first.
Easy, Tiger. Let's celebrate our neighbors. So briefly, turn to someone you haven't met yet. We have some new faces, so you can definitely find a new face and just say hello, shake a hand, introduce yourself. I know, I won't forget. That'll be next. Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You can plan your lunch dates later. Come on back. Come on back. How exciting. It's hard to stop once you get on a roll, right? See, when you have permission, it's funny we have to have permission sometimes to reach out to people. Otherwise, sometimes it's a little awkward, but doesn't it feel good to just do it, right? So you have now permanent permission to say hello to anybody on the street, next to your seat, wherever you are. So to celebrate, Dave would like to sing happy birthday to everybody. Anybody having a birthday this month? Anybody
I
having
have a
birthdays
birthday
this
this
month?
month.
Oh, come on. Grace?
And my
That's
kids.
it? Really? Anybody want to pretend to have a birthday this month? Just so he can sing for you. There you go. Okay. Da-da-da.
We always do on the first week happy birthdays for August. I just didn't want to forget since I'm an August birthday. So everybody sing to everybody. Happy Happy birthday. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, everybody, especially Grace. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Nice. All right. Now it's our turn. Okay, who wants to? We don't have any kiddos today to run our microphone. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on, buddy. You did a great job last week, and now you are the chosen one for running that mic. So celebrations, it's time you can just raise your hand and say, I'm happy about, I have more hair than I did next year. Right over here. There we go.
I just want to celebrate this Tuesday night. I'm playing at Greg's Grill for the first time down
Greg's
the old
Grill.
mill from 6 to 8.
Nice. Resident musician Victor playing at Greg's Grill, right with Monica on that side. William.
I'm celebrating that I got to officiate a wedding last
Ah.
Saturday, which was really cool.
Nice.
I'm celebrating letting my indoor cat have her total freedom with a cat door. and she takes off overnight.
Oh, I wonder what she's doing out there. Right. Modern Miracles cat doors. Okay.
Hi, I'm
Monica.
celebrating our wonderful Earth Care team. If you're here, you want to stand up. We had a great meeting the other night, and they're really dedicated and bringing incredible energy, and I just wanted to celebrate them.
Nice. Thank you, Earth Care team. Anybody else? Any of our new people want to celebrate? Come on to this side, Finn. Mama. Don't forget Mom. She's going to scold you later if you do.
I'm celebrating a couple of weeks ago. We went on a family trip, and a lot of family trips in the last 5 years I haven't been able to attend because of a disease that affects my pancreas. So it's really exciting to be able to play with my kid more and get outside and make it to places.
Amazing. Woo, Donna.
I'm celebrating that Nico will be in the house tonight at the sound bath. Please ask me any questions if you don't know anything about sound baths. We have a great time and it relaxes you. The other thing, I'm going to just pass along this message from Pete Carsonis, who comes here and plays.
Yeah.
He is going to be playing at Ben Brewing this afternoon from 3 to 5 outside on the river. Please come and listen, and more than anything, give me some hugs and support. I need you more than ever today, and more than just coming to listen ways. So show up for him. It would be great.
Yeah, Pete's amazing too. He's played for us here, so that's awesome. We see one over here, and then I think I saw a hand. No, back there. All right, Ann.
Hi, I'm always celebrating my family, I guess, these days. So I'm about to go on a trip Friday with my kids and my cousins, and it's the first time we'll all have been together for a while. So I'm excited about that. And then also, since I'll be gone, I want to say that Victor, we're actually really going to have Victor at the shop for First Friday, September. So come and hear him, probably about 5:30-ish, for a couple hours at Truffle Pig downtown, my daughter's shop. And come celebrate circular economy, right, Earth Team? Yes, it's a consignment store.
Are those new glasses? Yeah. They're cute. Okay, I think we had one over here. Miss Claire.
All right, I'm Zoom hosting today, so I got some people online celebrating. Rachel, who is now living down in Palm Springs area, I'm seeing her video. But she said she hasn't been able to tune in because she's normally working, and she's so excited to be able to be here watching.
Nice.
And then Joy, let's see what Joy said. I'm celebrating my son, Aaron, has been awarded full custody of his adorable girls and the fabulous Grace, who is the best swimming teacher ever for her granddaughter, Ruby.
Aww, nice. Thank you, sir. Very much. And then I'll just share one quick. We heard this morning via WhatsApp with Rochelle. Remember Rochelle's one of our hosts that's normally here, and she's traveling all over Europe right now. It's fabulous shoes, lovely woman, and she's having a great time. Just sent us beautiful pictures where she's in Scotland right now, touring around with a hot tour guide, according to her. So. Okay. She's having a good time. Huh? Okay. I'm reading into that, so don't take anything I'm saying too seriously. I know she's just having a good time with the tour guide. Okay. It's just her and the tour guide, just so you know. All right. It's purely platonic, Eric. Okay, you know what? We have an Earth celebration. This one's a really cool one. We just heard about this. Jeff Merkley, has taken to Congress an act that is kind of the most aggressive and revolutionary. It's called Break Free from Plastic Pollution Act. So he's trying to put together an act that would really change the way we deal with single-use plastics with our environment. It would make the companies that produce plastics be responsible for helping to recycle them. They have to pay to recycle them so that they become accountable, so there's incentive to not produce as much plastic or to recycle more. And it also helps the disproportionately impacting communities of color and low income who sometimes have to deal with all the pollution runoff in their areas and such from the plastics. And you know, plastics leach into the air, into the environment, the soil. It's time that we stop with the single-use plastics. And this act, I sure hope it goes through because it's going to make a big difference in our environment for us all. So that's our Earth celebration. I was going to bless the kids, but we don't have any. Do we? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Finn. Forgot about. It's just that you're so grown up, you know. I just. And we have gym to do. So they're going to go off, and I don't know what you're going to do today. You're going to play. You're going to play with.
Do a little bit of both. We're going to do some arts and crafts. We're going to play. We're going to talk about Earth Care. And
Awesome.
Talk about the prizes that he might win with Earth Care.
Awesome. Yeah. Then there's Monica to talk about that.
So we're doing that Power for the Planet's challenges, and to motivate people, we have decided to give a prize every week. So we're going to be doing a drawing for the kids and a drawing for the adults starting next week. And with talking about single plastics, our prize for the adults next week is going to be Earth Balance laundry sheets.
Those are great.
And advice from the Rainforest bookmark. So the gentleman who puts out these cool bookmarks and all these little things has donated a bunch of things that we're going to use for prizes. So the prize for the kid is going to be advice from a unicorn bookmark and a little pad of paper that says advice from a dog. Wow. So that's what he'll win. But we have some really cool prizes lined up. So if you don't know, this is the sheet of paper. This week it's Power of Will for the Planet.
Did anyone not get one of these? Readers can win.
Yeah, and so what it is each week we're going to do a little project. And if you do the project, you put your name into the boxes that are outside. The one on the right is for the kids. The one on the left is for the adults. And so this is one of those things, though, that you can, if you don't like this week's challenge, you can go back and do one from a previous week. And if you've done one and you haven't put your name in, this is motivation for you to put your name in for next week. And we're going to be announcing those. So hopefully everybody will participate. What the point of this is try to take at least one action a week. That kind of helps the planet. Whether you're picking up trash or just, you know, doing something out in nature with your children, and just plug for the video that's listed for this week is a really good video, and I think you guys were going to watch it maybe. Yeah, it's a really good one on will. So, all right, thanks.
Thank you, Monica. All right, let's bless these young guys, both these young guys, big kids, little kids. With our blessing of the children, we'll send them off on their way. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the Christ light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Have fun, guys. Remember that line? Have fun storming the castle. Thank you.
Come on, you got to follow it up. You think it'll work?
I'm waiting for the audience.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It would take a miracle.
It would take a miracle. Okay. I was giving everybody a chance to participate, Eric. All right, let's do some announcements real quick. People look at me strange, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Healing Sound is tonight, as Donna mentioned. We have every Sunday at 6 p.m. now, and this is a beautiful experience. If you have not yet tried Healing Sound, you get to come, relax, bring your mats, bring your bed, whatever you want to bring, lay on the floor, and just relax, and they play this most amazing healing sounds, music, instruments of all types. It's really quite soothing and amazing. So every Sunday here, 6 o'clock. Okay, we also have our men's group. It's happening tomorrow. This happens every other week. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m., and it's right here at Unity. So all men or anybody identifying as a guy can show up. Come on down. We have a really cool event happening here. This is not a Unity event, but it's happening at Unity, and it's an evening of storytelling. It's kind of like The Moth. Have you guys heard of The Moth? They tell stories. It's little short stories that people from the community in Bend will be on stage sharing stories. So if you love storytelling, some of our community members actually are going to be participating, I think, and sharing stories. Carol, are you in that too? Nice. And it promises to be a lot of fun. So definitely plan to check that out. You can get more details on our calendar online, but it's September 6th right here to tell the truth. One other last-minute announcement. Our senior minister, Reverend Jane, who most of you already know, got her email hacked. And so if you happen to get an email that looks like it's from her saying something about, help, I need a gift card to buy something, don't reply. It's the second time she's been hacked. I encourage her and all of you to use more secure passwords, but she likes to use like 1 as her password. No offense to Jane, but just a warning to you guys, please don't do that with your own email. So if you do get a weird email from Jane, don't answer it. And hopefully we'll get that fixed soon. All right. I think I've covered our announcements. Make sure you go to the calendar online to check out everything that's going on in our fantastico community. And now Soulshine. You guys ready? They're going to play a beautiful song, and then I'm going to introduce William to do our talk.
Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love And when at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear you to me. Oh, you know I will. I will love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear me to you. Oh, you know I will. I will.
Speaking of Will, we have William Gregory coming up next to do our message today. And if those of you, he's a regular here at Unity, and if you haven't met William yet, he's one of our resident poets, storytellers, and one of the things that I love most about William is his presence. And whatever he does, he's always present. And his messages, and his presence with you when you're sharing and talking with him. He has such a poetic, beautiful way of expressing himself, so I'm very excited to welcome back up to our Unity stage, Mr. William Gregory. And he's got a cool shirt on today.
Hi. Let's stretch here for a minute. You know, I've had the honor, and it's an honor to speak, and I've had the honor to speak a few times, and I approach these talks with a sense of reverence. It's not a small thing, and I've had the opportunity to talk about some really cool stuff that's really important to me that I don't really get to talk about a lot in my normal life. Things like personal sovereignty, forgiveness. You know, I see forgiveness as a ninja Jedi superpower. Was able to give a talk about love a couple of weeks ago. And with each talk, it's getting a little bit easier. Usually I come in here and I feel like I've died 1,000 deaths preparing a talk. Last night it was only like 527 deaths. And so today's talk's going to be fun. And it's going to be poignant, and it's going to be real. And we're going to be able to see a clip from The Sound of Music and talk a little bit about Maria, who's always been a kindred spirit of mine. But today's talk is on will. And these talks on love and will and the powers, you know, these are words. These are concepts. And sometimes words can be clumsy. I feel so grateful, and I'll remind myself with my gratitude practice about what a beautiful privilege it is to be alive right here now. At this juncture of time and space in human history, it's a privilege. I think about my forefathers who were peasants and farmers and soldiers who plowed the same 40 acres their whole life and died from impacted molars when they're in their mid-30s. And I live in a time where not only do I get to be literate, but I have access to a wealth of information that's been recorded throughout human history that I can Google and look at. And as I work, and I've been working a lot lately, I work at night, and I'm able to listen to tunes or whatever I want. And I've been able to look up and listen to programs on the concept of will as I've been working. And the idea of will is broader than any word. It's bigger than any one definition. It's more nuanced than you might think, but we'll start at the basics of will. So will, the desire, inclination, or choice of a person or group. The faculty of wishing, choosing, desiring, or intending. Here's another one. Will is our ability to choose, decide, command, lead, determine, based on our senses, thoughts, feelings, belief. We use will to make life-enhancing choices or not to make life-enhancing choices. An overdeveloped will can create folks who need to have their own way all the time and exhibit a my way or the highway attitude. Overdeveloped will can demonstrate a stubbornness and difficulty with change. An underdeveloped will, on the other hand, results in us being indecisive, wishy-washy, unable to make decisions. Charles Fillmore, one of the founders of Unity, wrote in The 12 Powers of Man, "The will moves to action. The will moves all the other faculties of the mind into action." In other words, will moves all other powers to action and is sometimes called the executive power of the mind. Will is what activates all the other powers. We're all born with a will. It's something that's ingrained in us, it's innate. If anyone's had children or worked with children, they'll notice right around 2 years old, a baby will develop some autonomy. And then all of a sudden, they know what they want, and it's different from what you want. And I remember my younger son, Lauren, had a really strong will. You could throw in obstinate and stubborn in there too. In fact, we started calling him Lauren, I don't want to, Gregory. Because that's pretty much all you ever heard is, I don't want to. And I remember asking a seasoned mom, like, so these are the terrible twos, how long do they last? She goes, honey, they just start at 2. They don't stop at 2. And so hang on, time out. Imagine that each one of us were born these precious, innocent little babies. And we're growing up in a society with families and rules and customs, etc. And we get to discover our will about 2. And then for the next period of our formative years, we're trained to not listen to our normal will to fit into circumstances and situations. It can be confusing. I have my own take on will, and I'm going to share with you how the idea or concept of will really deepened in me. They used to call me Full Blast Billy, and I was pretty much hell on wheels. And I remember I couldn't wait to get to work, to start a business, to make money, to prove that I was worthy. That was really important to me. And I took a lot of pride on being able to grind. In fact, to be honest, my 20s are a blur. I bought my mom a car when I was 16. I came from a poor family, and I knew I didn't want to be poor. And I had these goals of, I always knew I wanted to be a dad. I always knew I wanted a family. I wanted to buy my own house. I remember living in shitty apartments and crappy houses growing up, and I did not want that in my adult life. I had a lot to prove. And I took a great deal of pride on being able to work like a Nazi. I would work 6 or 7 days a week. I would have employees. I worked and had my goal in mind, and I achieved those goals. And I really felt like I was something special. I felt like, I was a man among men. I was hard. I was tough. I was willing to suffer, and I could suffer. I mean, there are Olympic athletes who can't suffer like I could suffer. And I felt I had a high opinion of myself. And you could say I was arrogant. You could say I was cocky. And I did things other people wanted to do, wish they could do. And I also started drinking more, and I drank more. And I drank more, and I became a righteous alcoholic. And it's what happens with many people who are alcoholics or who have addictions or who become obsessive, other things start to fall off. And I slowly started to lose all the things that I had gained. And I had 2 sons, and I used my, will is we have a definition here which to me now is tongue-in-cheek, because the idea of will is so much bigger than just the executive power of our minds. I ended up getting into a place where, I barely had a business left. I barely could spend time with my kids. And I felt a great deal of shame. I felt like a loser. I felt like a pathetic loser. I had just become my father. And to save my son's embarrassment of having a dad who was a bum, and to try to save everybody, the pain of my existence, I wanted to off myself. I thought the kindest thing for everyone would be for me just to end it. And I remember by this time I was squatting in a house in the Deschutes River Woods, and I was drinking Carlos Rossi out of a gallon jug, because I could get 2 or 3 good drunks out of a gallon of Carlos Rossi. And I was, planning on how to end my life. And I remember one morning waking up in this pathetic hovel and thinking, I just don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And I didn't really know anything else. And so many times I thought, I'm going to stop drinking. And I really felt like I would, because I had proven myself over and over and over again. I'm just going to stop. And when I realized I couldn't stop, it was absolutely terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. And one morning I woke up, my mind was like a hall of broken mirrors. I was confused, and I prayed. And at this point, I didn't believe in God and a white-bearded, male, masculine figure in heaven who's watching down on me, judging me. All I knew was there is something else. I didn't create myself. I didn't create myself. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you will see a reflection of yourself, and something's looking out from your eyes. Where does that come from? There's got to be something there. And I just basically said, there's got to be another way. Please show me another way. I can't do this anymore. And I had this beautiful, cool wave of peace just blow through me. And I didn't want to drink anymore. It was as though my ego was broken. It was as though what I was sourcing my will from was broken and didn't work anymore. And at this point in time, my true will was revealed. And the first thing I wanted to do was clean my room, wash my clothes, clean out my car, and start healing. My innate will that was revealed at that time was one of just wanting to love. Instead of chasing things to distract me or take away pain and anxiety, I wanted to heal. Some of the signs of someone living within their true will is a sense of authenticity, because we're no longer trying to put on a face. We're no longer trying to impress people. It's a sense of just knowing what's right and wrong within ourselves. And this whole path that I've been on since then, of listening in and finding that true will within me, has led me to beautiful things that I would have never imagined for myself. We're going to watch a clip from The Sound of Music, and we're going to dissect this clip for a little bit and talk about just what it is to live within our true will.
Now, this is your new governess, Fräulein Maria. As I sound your signals, you will step forward and give your name. You, Fräulein, will listen carefully, learn their signals so that you can call them when you want them.
Lisa. Friedrich. Luisa. Kurt. Brigitte. Martha.
There's Gretel. Now, let's see how well you listened.
Oh, I won't need to whistle for them, Reverend Captain. I mean, I'll use their names. And such lovely names.
Fräulein, this is a large house. The grounds are very extensive, and I will not have anyone shouting. You will take this, please, learn to use it. The children will help you. Now, when I want you, this is what you will hear.
Oh, no, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I could never answer to a whistle. Whistles are for dogs and cats and other animals, but not for children, and definitely not for me. It would be too humiliating.
Fräulein, were you this much trouble at the Abbey?
Oh, much more, sir. Excuse me, sir, I don't know your signal.
You may call me Captain.
So what I love so much about that clip is you get a real contrast because the captain is using his will to create order. He's playing his role and forgot that he's a father. And what I would really like to sound down into the recesses of our hearts here is that there's a truth within us that existed before any of these roles we've taken on. There is a truth within us that is calling us to awaken, that's beyond money and time and space and occupations, that many of us have lost the truth of our own joy, that spark of wonder that I believe is our true will. One of the things that we all fell in love with Maria for is her sense of innocence. She's just innocently being herself. Here she is with a captain in a state, and all she is seeing human beings. She's seeing a dad who's trying too hard. She's seeing kids who are trying to be good. And she's not intimidated. She's not willing to bend on this. She just sees what's right and what's wrong. And that's another sign of someone who's living in their right will. The right thing to do is simply the right thing to do. It's not because it'll look good in front of someone else or because it's profitable. It's because it's simply the right thing to do. The things about the powers, love and will, these things come from the inside out. These things are already innately written in the fabric of who we are. And some of the signs that we're living in our right will is life gets a lot easier. Life sucks when you're trying to make yourself do something that you don't like to do or you feel is yucky. When we're living in our right will and following that inner guide, life doesn't hurt as much. We weren't created to suffer. We were created to be joyful. We were created to love. We're born that way. And in a lot of ways, what unity is about, what spiritual direction is about, is returning to our own innocence. We heal the world by healing from the inside out. We're worthy of nothing less than that. And it's a freedom. It's a freedom. People find this freedom in the middle of prisons. People find this freedom in all different circumstances. I've had the same job for 34 years. I clean floors at night. And I've spent years hating it, and I've spent years trying to ignore it, and I've also surrendered to it. And now when I clean floors at night, I feel as though I'm taking what's walked upon and trodden down and making it beautiful again. I'm sowing prayers into floors when I clean them at night because I found a freedom within myself. This is a really beautiful book. It's called 7,000 Ways to Listen. and it's broken me open. I've started crying. I have not, so hang on, time out. A couple of my greatest desires in this life is not to become a curmudgeon. Another one is to be able to cry, to be able to weep, just to let those tears flow. I have not accomplished that yet, but I'm making progress. So I just want to read a section in here, if I can find it. Here we go. Okay. So let me try to do this justice. This is a quote from Abraham Herschel. I have no idea who this guy is, but it's a quote. It says, "We will not perish for want of information, but only for want of appreciation. What we lack is not a will to believe, but a will to wonder. Reverence is one of our answers to the present mystery." And I want to read, it's a couple paragraphs, but to me this is so beautiful. And if you can imagine, just listen innocently for a moment, if you would. So how do we lean in and listen to all that is not us? To all that is calling to the particular angel waiting to guide us more thoroughly into who we are born to be. While we can share insights, only you can discover this for yourself. I encourage you to lean into your own sense of the unknown, to intuit and to cultivate a personalized practice of listening. To where life is nudging you and calling you, I invite you to listen to the part of you that life is trying to awaken. That threshold might be waiting just beyond your smallest curiosity. Your life could change by picking up a stone and rubbing it free of the dirt that covers its blue vein, which somehow reminds you of a dream you've forgotten. It helps to remember how, in a field of no one watching, the smallest wildflower reaches its tiny root into the dark. It doesn't know, and at the same time, opens himself to the light it feels but can't see. And while the flower has no choice but to commit to this natural process, we as humans have a choice. Unless rooting and opening, unless listening to what is near but beyond, we will forego the soul's birthright to blossom. In very real ways, we're drawn to what we need to learn. Often it waits like a quiet blessing that we can easily ignore, or just as easily open to ourselves to, like the small wildflower. But for the soul to blossom, we must accept our deeper, humbler destiny. For the wildflower does not become rich or famous for blossoming. It doesn't live forever or become the greatest flower of all time. The wildflower's reward for trusting what it senses but doesn't yet know is to become what it was born to be, a flower whose inevitable place is realized in a small amount of oneness. As it joins with the elements that were there before it came alive and which will live on after its death, this is the reward for every seed growing in the dark with no sense of what it will become. As a soul on earth, this is all we can hope for, to feel the light and being of all time course through our veins while we blossom. I invite you to listen in and know that your will is ready to awaken and your life can take on possibilities never dreamed before, and that you're worthy of nothing less.
How beautiful was that? Thank you, William. And we're going to go into a little meditation now. Feel those roots of your feet reaching into the ground, the wildflower that you are. And just, I've been thinking about and appreciating we had that really, really hot, smoky day on Friday with the fire. And then instantly the day after, we have this beautiful, cool day with fresh rains. I just feel the balance that our beautiful Mother Earth brings within itself, and it knows what it needs to heal, and so do we. Now we can come back.
Thank you. Nico, that's beautiful.
Oh.
William, dude, that was amazing. That resonated with me on so many levels. When you start talking about integrity and our will to live from our authentic self and living with integrity, remind me of another great book from Martha Beck. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. The Way of Integrity, something, but it's really about living your authentic self. And one of the things that she points out is that you might experience some changes in your life when you start living from your authentic self. You might lose people in your life that don't get you anymore. You might go through hardship, you might go through pain, but ultimately you're going to find that inner peace. And I think that's what William was so poignantly sharing with us. It's an amazing, terribly hard process that I've been also working on. So thank you. That was really, really important. Right now, it's a time for us to bring our energy together and listen to a song. I was getting there. From Eric.
You can spend your whole life building something from nothing. One storm can come and blow it all away. Build it anyway. You can chase a dream that seems so out of reach, and you know it might not ever come your way. Dream it anyway. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. I do it anyway. This world's gone crazy, and it's hard to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Believe it anyway. You can love someone with all your heart for all the right reasons, and in a moment they can choose to walk away. Love them anyway. Yeah. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. Yeah, I do it anyway. Yeah. You can pour your soul out singing a song you believe in, that tomorrow they'll forget. you ever sang. Sing it anyway. Yeah, sing it anyway. Yeah, I sing, I dream, I love anyway. Yeah. Feels good to be back.
Oh, now is it my turn? Great. Anybody here for the first time today on this amazing day? Woo! Nice. Well, since we're all family now, would you be interested in introducing yourselves or just saying hey? Anybody? Just say your name, where you're from. You want to do it? All right. I'm Shannon. Wait, here's Shannon. We want everybody to hear.
People online and they can't hear you unless you.
My name is Shannon, and I live in Bend.
Welcome, Shannon.
I'm Seneca, and I've been living with my mom in Bend.
Yay! Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Tina. I'm the neighbor. I drove by maybe a million times. Today is the first time I came here.
Wow, cool. Thank you. Thanks for courage. Step out.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I actually grew up in Unity Church when I was young, but it's been like 15 years since I've been in
Wow,
Unity.
yeah.
So thanks for having me.
Here in Bend? Did you grow up
I live here in Bend.
Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Grant. I live in Bend, and I also grew up in Unity Church, but I'm a little bit older than Elise, so it was longer than that. And I'm from Kelseyville, California, and that Unity Church was in Clear Lake, California.
Nice. Well, as we say, you did find the best unity, of course, right here. But like anybody else that's new, or if you're shy and you don't want to say it, that's okay, but thank you for being with us today. We appreciate your presence. Did I see it? Sorry, I thought I saw a hand pop up. That's just Erin wiping her. I know, that song just messed us up, didn't it? Oh, God. Friends, this is a time to think about the cycle of energy, of abundance. What does it mean to be abundance? What does it mean to be authentic, to share what is true for you, to share with what is true with you? I think that's important. You know, people always say you vote with your dollars. That means that you choose what you want to exist by what you put your abundance towards and your energy towards. So this is a great time if you'd like to give. If you're new today, I'd like to invite you to be okay just being a guest and not worrying about giving. This is our gift to you, your first service. If you decide to come again, you could think about it. But if you're new, just enjoy. It's our gift to you. You can text give, you can scan things, you can put checks and cash money, and the cash goes to me, the checks would go to Claire. Or the gift, put them in the baskets when they go around. Also, your prayer claims will go into the baskets too when they go around. So what happened to my greeters? Oh, there they are. Come on up, y'all. The blue cards, these blue cards. If you're new, And if you want to fill out a blue card, this just gets you on our newsletter or email newsletter so that you'll know what's going on here. We have so many cool events out throughout the week besides just Sunday services. So if you'd like to get on that newsletter and get notified of what's going on here, fill that out, throw it in the blue card in the basket, and we're going to send these baskets out to get filled with love and energy. And thank you, greeters, for the work that you do. We'll send them out, then we'll give them a blessing. So on you go.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
Mahalo.
I just want to say thank you and thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Merci beaucoup. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Let's bless these gifts, shall we? From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. So it is. Thank you. And we have one more thing we're going to do together. We're going to have a prayer intention, and this is a great way for us all to set our intentions together, head out into the world, make the world a little better place. Are we in agreement on that? Can we do that? Yes. Everybody got a little piece of that pie? All right, let's do it. All right. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here, joy, to bless the world with my loving light. And after the service, our prayer team will be here lined up front. If you would like a personal prayer, one-on-one. If not, enjoy hanging out in the foyer there, have some food, and thank you for being here, everybody. Have a great day.
Oh, yeah. One more time. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. I just want to say thank you for it all.